Hi! Welcome to Holy Time TV. Before we start, smash that subscribe button for more videos like this in the future. The story of God sending angels to investigate the wickedness of Sodom can be found in the Bible, specifically in the book of Genesis, chapters 18 and 19. The narrative unfolds as follows. Abraham's encounter with three visitors. Genesis chapter 18 verses 1 to 15. Abraham, the patriarch of the Hebrew people, receives a visit from three men who are later revealed to be angels or divine messengers. Abraham welcomes them into his home, offering them food and hospitality. God's plan to destroy Sodom. Genesis chapter 18 verses 16 to 33. During their visit, God reveals to Abraham his plan to destroy the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah due to the wickedness of their inhabitants. Abraham pleads with God to spare the cities if righteous people can be found there. God agrees that if there are at least 10 righteous people in Sodom, he will not destroy the cities. Angels arrive in Sodom. Genesis chapter 19 verses 1 to 3. Two of the three visitors, now clearly identified as angels, arrive in Sodom to investigate the situation. Abraham's nephew, Lot, who lives in Sodom, welcomes them into his home and offers them shelter for the night. Wickedness of the people of Sodom. Genesis chapter 19 verses 4 to 11. The men of Sodom, aware of the presence of the two visitors, surround Lot's house, demanding that he bring out the visitors so that they may sexually assault them. Lot tries to protect the angels by offering his own daughters to the mob, but the men of Sodom refuse. The angels intervene by striking the mob with blindness and preventing them from finding the door to Lot's house. Lot and his family are saved. Genesis chapter 19 verses 12 to 23. The angels inform Lot that God has decided to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah due to their wickedness, and they instruct him to take his wife and two daughters and leave the city. The angels guide Lot and his family out of Sodom, warning them not to look back at the destruction. Destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. Genesis chapter 19 verses 24 to 29. After Lot and his family reach safety, God destroys Sodom and Gomorrah with fire and brimstone. Lot's wife, who disobeys the angel's warning and looks back at the destruction, is turned into a pillar of salt. In this narrative, the angels are sent to Sodom to investigate its wickedness and ultimately to execute God's judgment. The story serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of sin and emphasizes the importance of righteousness and obedience to God's commands. One example in the Bible where an angel provides energy and courage to a person can be found in the story of the prophet Elijah, specifically in the book of 1 Kings, chapter 19. This narrative unfolds as follows. Elijah's flight. 1 Kings chapter 19 verses 1 to 3. After demonstrating God's power and defeating the prophets of Baal on Mount Carmel, Elijah is threatened by Queen Jezebel, who is angered by the outcome and vows to have him killed. Afraid for his life, Elijah flees into the wilderness. Elijah's despair. 1 Kings chapter 19 verse 4. Feeling defeated and overwhelmed, Elijah prays to God, asking to die. He then lies down under a broom tree, exhausted and disheartened. Angelic visitation. 1 Kings chapter 19 verses 5 to 7. As Elijah sleeps, an angel touches him and wakes him up, telling him to eat. Elijah finds a cake of bread baked on hot stones and a jar of water nearby. He eats and drinks, then goes back to sleep. The angel wakes him a second time, instructing him to eat and drink again, as the journey ahead will be too strenuous without sustenance. Elijah's journey. 1 Kings chapter 19 verse 8. Strengthened by the food provided by the angel, Elijah travels for 40 days and 40 nights to Mount Horeb, also known as Mount Sinai, where he seeks further guidance from God. In this story, the angel provides both physical nourishment and emotional encouragement to Elijah, helping him to regain his strength and continue his mission as a prophet of God. The angel's intervention reinvigorates Elijah, allowing him to face the challenges ahead with renewed energy and determination. The depiction of angels as resembling real people has its roots in various religious and cultural traditions. There are several reasons why angels might be depicted in this manner. Anthropomorphism. Anthropomorphism is the attribution of human characteristics or behavior to non-human entities. In religious contexts, this can make divine beings, such as angels, more relatable and easier for humans to understand. By giving angels human-like appearances, believers may find it easier to connect with them and feel their presence. Religious scriptures and texts. In many religious scriptures, angels are described as taking on human-like forms when interacting with people. For example, in the Bible, angels are often described as appearing as human men when they visit Earth. This has likely influenced the way people visualize and depict angels. Artistic conventions and cultural influences. Throughout history, artists have depicted angels in various ways, often drawing from the cultural and aesthetic norms of their time. In Western art, for example, angels have often been portrayed as human-like figures with wings, halos, and other divine attributes. These artistic depictions have shaped the way people imagine angels. Symbolism and representation. When angels are depicted as human-like, they can serve as symbols of the divine connection between the spiritual and physical realms. This visual representation may help believers to better understand the role of angels as messengers and intermediaries between God and humanity. Overall, the depiction of angels as resembling real people is a result of a combination of factors, including anthropomorphism, religious texts, artistic conventions, and symbolism. While angels serve as messengers and intermediaries between God and humanity in the Bible, Christians can draw valuable lessons from their roles and apply them to their own lives. Here are some attitudes and principles that Christians might consider adopting based on the example of angels. Obedience. Angels in the Bible demonstrate obedience to God's will and commands. Christians can strive to be obedient to God's teachings as laid out in the Bible and follow the examples set by Jesus Christ. Humility. Angels do not seek praise or recognition for themselves. Instead, they point to God as the source of all good things. Christians can cultivate humility in their lives, recognizing that their abilities and achievements ultimately come from God. Service. Angels serve God and assist people in various ways, such as providing guidance, protection, and encouragement. Christians can adopt a spirit of service, looking for ways to help others and contribute to their communities. Worship and praise. Angels are often depicted as worshiping and praising God in the Bible. Christians can participate in regular worship and prayer, expressing gratitude and adoration for God's love and grace. Love and compassion. Angels in the Bible show love and compassion towards people, particularly those in need of help or encouragement. Christians can seek to emulate this love and compassion, treating others with kindness and empathy. Faithfulness. Angels remain faithful to God and His purposes, even in the face of adversity. Christians can strive to remain steadfast in their faith, trusting in God's promises and guidance. By adopting these attitudes and principles in their daily lives, Christians can draw inspiration from the role of angels in the Bible and strive to live in a manner that reflects their faith and commitment to God. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this in the future. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.